understanding and having a very good risk management strategy is very, very important if you are seeing forex trading as long term. Your edge is actually the probability of one thing happening over the other. Good day, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about learning to manage risks. But before going into that, I would love to point out that I was not able to post a video last week due to the fact that there was a lack of power supply in the area I'm residing currently, and that was the main reason I wasn't able to put out a video. So they restored it this week, thankfully. They restored it, and I'm actually making this video so I can actually put it out on Friday. Then the normal video as well will come out on Saturday 6 p.m. GMT +1 as usual. So this video will be coming out on Friday, and then we have another one on Saturday. So I don't want to waste much of our time. Let's just get into what I have to talk about today. Now, I'm talking about risk management. You must know your main task or your primary obligation as a forex trader is managing risk effectively. That's it. There's no two ways to it. That's your main assignment as a forex trader. Then if you are saying you can manage risk effectively, or for you to be able to manage risk effectively, there are some parameters that actually has to be in place. There are some things you must put in place before you actually can say you can manage this account effectively. Now, one of the first thing is you having a good risk management plan, which is actually the main thing we're actually talking about today. Now, for example, you want to take a 5,000 account, a proprietary firm account. You must know that they have let's say probably 400 nest an FTMO account or funding pips account. But I would just advise you go for a reputable pro firm so you won't get hurt. So let's say for example you are going for an FTMO account. You must know that they have a maximum, they will give you their maximum drawdown, like the maximum drawdown, and they also give you the maximum daily drawdown that you can have on that account. If you go against the maximum drawdown and the maximum daily drawdown they've given you, then you have violated the account. That means the account is gone. Now, for you to manage the account effectively using the right risk management strategy, you must have done your own calculation on your own end. A $10,000 account, what is the profit target I'm looking at in order for me to pass this account? Then break it down. All right, I'm having a $10,000 account, and probably the maximum daily drawdown is probably 1% or 2%. Now, it is more reasonable for you to just scale in conservatively. Then you take the account. Let's say you risk about 0.5 it's only reasonable for you to risk 0.5% of the account per trade for you to maximize that account very well. So that's where risk to reward actually comes in. Let's say you're taking a total of 5 trades. For example, I'm actually might do some kind of annotation on the screen so you can understand fully what I'm trying to pass across to you. Let's say you want to take an account, you're taking an account of 10K, of course, and you're risking 0.5% per trade. Now, let's say you're having a total of 10 trades. You're going to have and you have 5 wins and 5 losses. Now, when you lose 5 trades, you are going to lose as 0.5, 0.1%, 0.5, 0.5, that's 1%. They are going to lose 2.5% of the account. But if you are on the winning end, you are going to make a total of 5%. If you are risking if you are losing, let's say you have 5 losing trades, you are losing 2.5% of the account. If you are winning, you are having 5% to yourself. That's one of the best risk management plan. Then if you have this in mind, your risk to reward is very, very important. Now, in the analogy I give now, I used a risk to reward of 1 to 2. If you are risking 1, it only makes sense for you to, let's just do normal business. If I bought something for ₦5 or $5, it only makes sense for me to make at least twice as much as the price I actually got the product for. That's the most logical thing to do. Now, bringing it back to trading, you're having a risk to reward of 1 to 2, then you are risking 0.5% to actually make 1%. Risking 0.5 to make 1%, it's only reasonable. So you make the 0.5% you were risking initially, and you have another 0.5 to yourself. If you understand this, taking a challenge on any profit will actually not be hard for you, and managing account effectively will not be a problem for you as well. Now, if all this is in place, then you won't interpret whatever information the chart is giving you wrongly, because you know the risk you are you are trading the account with a predetermined risk now. And one thing you must also understand, I actually read this in Trading in the Zone, or I'm not really sure now, where the man was talking about how that he was talking about how that you don't need to know what is going to happen on the markets for you to make money. These are one of the things that you must know. You must also understand that your edge is actually the probability of one thing happening over the other. That's it. The probability of one thing happening over the other, that's the edge. And before you even take any account, you must have had an edge before taking any account to trade. That's very, 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 very important. Now, moving forward, when you have the mind that is willing to accept risks, now you won't have the potential to define or interpret the information the market presents to you in painful ways. You get it? Even if the trade eventually comes out to be a loss, you won't even feel the pain, because everything you are doing is predetermined already. And like always, I always love to emphasize that forex trading is actually the only business that you know the amount you are going to lose even before going into the trade. There is no other business I've seen so far that has that kind of ability. You know the amount you are going to lose if this trade will saw against you. You know the amount you are going to lose, and even if it goes in your favor, you know how much you are making. Now, there's no business that actually has that you can predetermine the loss. For example, even traders, let's say you bought rice or let's say beans in a large quantity, the price can just come down all of a sudden. Anything can just affect it. Water can just pour on the goods and then it get damaged. You can't just predetermine the loss, but in forex trading you can actually predetermine the loss you are going to have. So understanding and having a very good risk management strategy is very, very important if you are seeing forex trading as long term. Note it down. I'll come again. If you are seeing forex trading as a long term thing, your risk management strategy has to be top notch, and you must at all time refrain yourself from taking irrational decisions. That's just key. Also, you must note that every trade has an uncertain outcome. You can't say that this is what is going to happen. You can only predict what is most likely to happen. That's your edge. The ability for you rather to predict the outcome of one thing over the other. That's just it. So now, conclusively, if the information generated by the market does not have the ability to give you pain or cause you emotional pain, then there is nothing to avoid. It's just an information telling you the probability of what can happen. Now, just to recap, I've talked about having a very good risk management strategy, having a good risk to reward ratio, knowing how to enter your trade. That's you having an edge. Then what is an edge? An edge is the probability of one thing happening over the other, and trusting your strategy. That's your edge. Don't let emotions set in whenever you are in a trade. This is one thing every trader needs to practice often before it becomes a part of you, and it might not necessarily even become a part of you, but that's where discipline comes in. You saying you are going to do this thing, and that's what you are going to do. That's why there are so many techniques you can actually adopt to become disciplined, very, very disciplined in forex trading. For example, if you violate any of your rule, get away from that system. It only makes sense for you to get out of the system. Because sorry about that. It only makes sense for you to get out. Close that chat, get out, take a walk. It is very, very important, because if you are looking at that chart again, and you might want to revenge, and revenge trading does not actually end well. It ends on a very, very bad note. Statistics have shown that almost 90% of traders that tries to revenge trading, like do revenge trading, actually end up hurting themselves. They end up giving much more to the market. You get it like that. So it is very, very important for you to adopt one of these things. If it is you going for a stroll, maybe going to the gym, maybe talking to a friend or a mentor, asking them for a guidance, so you won't eventually And also you can you can also adopt having an accountability partner, someone that you can tell things to as regards forex trading. Not everybody can be your accountability partner when it comes to forex trading, because most people don't actually know how forex trading works. I would advise, if you're going to have an accountability partner, that person must also as well be in the forex trading space. That person as well must also be in the forex trading space. That is very, very important. On this note, I'll actually be concluding this video. And if you are just coming across the channel for the first time, my name is Olaiti Samuel and I'm a forex trader. Do well to like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section. I would love to see your thoughts about this video. And like always, go beyond. See you in the next one. Also, before you go, sorry for not posting the video last week, last week Saturday rather. It's dropping this Friday and you're already seeing it already. So watch out for the video that's coming out tomorrow, Saturday, and God bless you.